Hi friends, this is Pastor Lucas Pin, and this is our snack for the journey and another week and another book of the Bible. That is the goal. Every week we're going to pick one book. We're walking through the Bible, flying by. That would be the best way of putting, because it's just 5 days from Monday through Friday, so it's 5 verses. Sometimes I pick 2 or 3 because they are in the context, very important for us to understand, but it's not much when you have a big book. When a small book is a little bit easier, but when you have a big book like we are in the major prophets, so they are large books. So you pick one, you're gonna miss a lot of stories, a lot of text, beautiful text, but this is what we're doing. Maybe in the future we're gonna come back in those books, probably we will, and see other stories, other verses. Maybe you have a special verse from that book that says, oh, he didn't touch on that verse. We do what we can, and I'd just like to share with you a short meditation in 1 or 2 verses to give you a snack. That's the goal, a snack for your journey from Monday through Friday. And I'd like you to subscribe to our channel, to share this message with other people. If God is blessing you, I'd like you to bless others, so share this with others. And today we're in the book of Ezekiel. Well, we finished Lamentations, and now we're in the book of Ezekiel. And Ezekiel, it's a beautiful book, and we need to understand that those books, Jeremiah and Lamentations, Ezekiel and Daniel, they share a timeline because they at a certain point in their lives, the 3 of them, they were living. They were having a different experience, but they were living. So Jeremiah stayed in Jerusalem when the Babylonians came and destroy everything. Jeremiah stayed. Daniel was a young man who was taken to Babylon, and Ezekiel also was taken to Babylon. But Ezekiel was an adult. Daniel was taken to the court because he was a young man, so he was taken there to serve the king. So Ezekiel was in Babylon during a period of his life, and Daniel was in Babylon, but they were not together because Ezekiel was with the people that was taken there, and Daniel was in the palace with the king. And we're going to see that next week when we see the book of Daniel. And Jeremiah was left behind. Poor Jeremiah, he was left behind. And I'd like to share today with you the first verse of Ezekiel, because it's very important. There is a very important lesson for us there. Ezekiel chapter 1 verse 1, it says, in the 30th year, in the 4th month of the 5th day, while I was among the exiles by the Kibar River, the heavens were open and I saw visions of God. I said, well, that is he was already there. So he started writing when he was there. He was there. And he was 30 years, this is what he's saying. Most of commentators and scholars believe that he was 30 years old, and he was a priest. And it's sad because sometimes we just read that as okay, 30 years old, let's move on, read the rest of the thing. But hold. It's not like that. For him and his family and his tradition and everything, for him that was the most important time of his life, because when 30 years was when he was at the age of maturity, adulthood, and for him as a Levite, it was the time that they would start the work in the sanctuary, in the temple. So he expect All the 30 years, everything that he heard, he prepared, he studied, he did everything for waiting for the 30th year of his life to start the work that came from his family. He started work in the temple as a priest. And when his time came, he didn't have a chance to do that. The Babylonians came, burned everything down, destroyed everything, and took him away. Just like that. Everything was gone. And I cannot imagine the frustration that caused to Ezekiel. The pain. He said, come on, it's my time. You cannot do that. Give me some time here. I don't know, maybe you already had this kind of experience that when it's your turn, your time, you're sitting at the line in the bank. When you got there, the guy said, okay, time for lunch and leave, and you're kind of, come on, I'll wait in line for a half hour, an hour, and now you're gone, and I have to take another line. And it's kind of, it was the Ezekiel experience. It was kind of, oh man, it was my time, and now. But God had something for them, and it's very interesting because the heavens were open in the middle of that whole frustration. He saw God in a totally different way. God manifested to him in a way that he would not manifest if he was in Jerusalem. So he had to go through all that pain and frustration and disappointment to see God in a totally different way. And that is the message that I'd like to share with you. Sometimes we're going through a time of frustration, disappointment, tough time. Why me? Just me? It was my turn and now it's gone, and all that kind of thing. And God wants to show himself to you in a new and wonderful way. You just need to be there and see and experience. So don't give up, because God wants to show you something about him during this tough time that you're going through. And this is your snack for the journey. God bless you.